What's up guys, I'm Chase Brogan. Today in this video we are jumping into the Kris Coolmod Beast Mini 4TB plug and play game drive, and this offers a wide range of different games. We've got Xbox, we've got Xbox 360, PS2, PS3, GameCube, Nintendo Switch, and so much more on here. All plug and play ready to go. All you have to do is go into the one-click installation process, click on it once, sit back, it's going to go through the entire setup process for you. Everything's automated, and then within just a couple short minutes, you can dive into all of these collections. So we're going to go ahead and set this up on my gaming PC today. We're going to tour through everything that this offers, and then of course we're going to demo it as well. So this is what I received today. This is a 4TB SSD installed within an enclosure, which connects over to the PC of your choosing via USB-A connection. So I'm going to be using my gaming PC in this video. We're going to connect this over, and we're going to dive into exactly what this offers. Alright guys, so here we are loaded up into the Beast 4TB Mini here. So we've got arcade classics here, we've got Atari 2600, so let's kick it all off. We landed on arcade classics. Let's go through here first and foremost. So we're going to dive into this collection. We'll go ahead and select A on our gamepad controller. It's going to launch this particular collection here. And you can see as we scan through here, we have an actual arcade cabinet across a really cool background here. And it updates not only the title, but it gives you the original cabinet itself. You can see for each of these titles, it totally repopulates in the cabinet. This is really cool. I've oftentimes seen setups where it does show, like, you know, the bezels or maybe even the marquee, but never seen it totally repopulate the cabinet completely like this. I mean, this is so cool to see. So we have 854 games in this collection, but I mean, look at Afterburner here. Incredible the way that Afterburner looks. So we'll keep it moving here. I'm interested to see how each of these populate in. This definitely, you know, pulls some different nostalgia out of the experience here. So Alien vs. Predator. I mean, that looks incredible right there, from the marquee down to the control deck. Everything about it looks amazing. Alien 3 the gun. We've got the two guns on there for this rail shooter. So let's see if we can, I keep going down to, you can add favorites on here very easily. But let's keep it moving. Okay, Area 51. This is a game that I played a whole lot as a kid in the arcade. And that right there just looks incredible. So let's keep it moving. I want to see if they have Gauntlet Legends on here. It's my all-time favorite arcade game. And it's not that far from here. We're in the B titles right now, and I'm just kind of holding down the D-pad right so we can scroll through here effectively. And you're seeing everything rapid fire just repopulate in, title by title by title. Alright, hold on. We got to go back to Cruisin' there. Wow, okay. So Cruisin' USA. Wow, they have it down to even the buttons there that would change like the different views and stuff. You have your start. Here's Cruisin' Worlds. Same thing. Looks incredible. Alright, look at this. I saw this as I was cruising by and I had to go back to it. This, I've actually talked about this in the past, but look at the control deck there. This had these weird coin, you know, where you would put the coins in, coin mix. And yeah, this is, I mean, this is spot on here. Absolutely spot on for Die Hard Arcade. Incredible. From the marquee to the control deck to the coin mechanisms, I mean, incredible from top to bottom. All right, now I really want to see Gauntlet Legends on here. There it is. I mean, 100% spot on for the arcade cabinet. That control deck is exact. I've done extensive research on this because I had Retrocade build me a Gauntlet Legends arcade cabinet, and this is exactly what we referenced. So just amazing the way that this is put together. All right, we're going to back out of this collection. And again, there was 854 titles in there. So we have Atari 2600 over here. Let's see how many titles inside this collection. Inside Atari 2600, we have 648. And you can see how everything populates in. Very nice background. each of the titles that we highlight populate into the old school TV back there. So really nicely put together, consistent title by title as we move through the different options. Next collection is Atari 5200. Inside here we have 69 games, pretty much identical in terms of how it's laid out to the previous collection, but very nice. Like if we want to see Frogger 2, there you go. It populates right into the screen there. So back out of this one. Next collection over is Atari 7800, and obviously the backgrounds here on the menu page do change every time that you go into a new collection. So Atari 7800 next, and that is going to deliver 65 games. Same deal as the previous collections here. Like let's go over to Commando. Great game. Populates in beautifully. Love the background too. We got Goonies, we got Blade Runner. Love both of those films. So it's just pure nostalgia across the entire backdrop here. All right, let's back out. We've got Atari Lynx next. Inside Atari Lynx, let's see how many titles. We've got 83. And this is different. This is showing us the Atari Lynx handheld there. And everything's populating into the screen on there. And keep in mind, there is background music. I've just muted everything just for the sake of this video. Backing up, we have, and I love the backdrop there for the menu. Love Alien. ColecoVision next. ColecoVision is going to deliver 118 titles. And similar TV, but not the same TV as the Atari collections. And the backdrop is different. It's, you know, still a shelving unit, but different games in the background, different movie posters in the back. We have Nightmare on Elm Street. We've got Creepshow 2. So back out of this collection. Next is one of my all-time favorites, Dreamcast. We've got Sonic on here, which makes sense, Sega. So we've got inside here 297 games, and I love the fact that it shows up with the console and the controller in the background. We've got the Dreamcast magazine. We've got the original box for the console in the background as well. And each of these titles, it shows us the cover art with the disc, you know, exactly as you would have gotten a regular copy of these games. So let's kind of cruise through here a little bit. We've got Aqua GT, which I love. Maybe we'll dive into that and demo that today. Keep it a little bit different than usual. But great titles in here. Love this. This is such a good game. Chicken Run. Oddly enough, I just took my kids to see this. It's been, I think it's the 25-year anniversary. So we just saw that. Confidential Mission is such a great light gun game. We've got Crazy Taxi 1 and 2 on here. Got Daytona over here as well, Daytona USA. Love that version of the game. So many good games in here, wow. There are so many good racing games as well that I think just don't get attention. Like, look at this one. Ducati World Racing Challenge. We got an ECW game, actually 2 in a row. So you can see we've got, looks like Tommy Dreamer there, Balls Mahoney. Let's see what's over here for hardcore. ECW Evolution. Is that Francine or Dawn Marie? I can't tell. But great games. Good to see those on here. That makes me feel confident that we're going to see WWF Royal Rumble at the end of this as well. All right, let's speed it up a little bit here. Some Frogger, Gauntlet Legends, of course. This is the best home console version, the closest to the original arcade. We've got the Grinch over here. You know, I should try to, especially this time of year, get my kids to check that game out. They love the Grinch. We got House of the Dead 2 over here. We've got Hydro Thunder, which is very similar to Aqua GT. Good stuff. Marvel vs. Capcom, you got to have those games. A lot of times they're not on these, though, so it's really cool to see that they are in this case. Some Mortal Kombat. Skateboarding games are always great. We got some NBA titles in here. Almost all of these have AI on the cover, huh? Iverson was on top of the world at that point, and then Shaq for both of these. Got some NFL Blitz in here. So many great sports games. Wow. Wait. Such a good game there, too. Wow. So many games on this Dreamcast collection here. Power Stone 1 and 2 are must-haves, but there's a lot of games on here that you don't typically see. So I'm just kind of re-exploring this quite a bit. Resident Evil. Got some of the bass fishing games. Good stuff. Now, do we have Virtua Tennis and do we have, Snowcross. Very good game. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Must-haves. Star Wars games. I love Episode 1 Racer. Got some Street Fighter titles in here. Test Drive titles. Some Rainbow Six, Extreme Racer. Those are great. Tokyo Extreme Racer. Both of those games are very good. Toy Commanders in here. Very nice. UFC. Love this UFC game. And again, this is the best version, I think. I'm a little biased. I love Dreamcast, but I do think it's better than the PlayStation version. We've got Virtua Tennis. Got Virtua Striker 2 over here as well. Wacky Races. And we have WWF Royal Rumble. We've got Attitude. We've got Royal Rumble. All right. Got everything that I'm looking for on here. I love it. All right, let's back out. Next collection over is going to be Game & Watch. Game & Watch has a great background with Donkey Kong. There's 18 games here. Love the way it populates in. Very nice. Kind of a random backdrop, not going to lie, because we got the PlayStation all around there, which has nothing to do with Game & Watch, but it does populate in nicely. That's going to be in there, I think, purely for nostalgia. I don't know anybody that actually emulates Game & Watch, but nothing against it. It's cool, but yeah, I don't think many people emulate that. And this is how those games will populate in if you did want to play those. I actually launched this by mistake, but still very nice. We'll back out. We have next original Game Boy over here. Let's see how many original Game Boy games. 841. You can see how they populate in. We have a PlayStation backdrop, which is kind of, mismatched for this, but still looks cool. I'd love to see like a Game Boy console with, the video previews populating in and out of that. So we'll back out of this collection. Next is Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance is going to deliver us with a total of 1,052 games. And see, this is what I was just saying on the previous collection. It would be cool to have the Game Boy console with the video previews populating in. We have that for Game Boy Advance. So that'd be my only criticism for the Game Boy collection. Very cool backdrop as well. We got some Garbage Pail Kids. We got Terminator up there. We've got Star Wars as well on both sides. So you can see how each of these will populate in. Like if we highlight this one right here, populates right into the game. All right, let's back out of this collection. Next we have Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color, I'm interested to see the layout here. So we're back to that PlayStation generic sort of background. So much better if they had like a Pokemon, yellow Game Boy Color with these games populating in. Still, they populate in nicely. You can see all the video previews drop in here. There's 576 games, so an almost complete collection, I think. So we'll back out of this one. Next, we have GameCube, and I'm interested to see how many GameCube games we have, especially since this is 4 terabytes. 642. Wow. And I love the way the backdrop sits on here. We've got the the GameCube console back there with the controller. We've got some titles lined up. We've got great video preview on the Sony, Tube TV. Everything jumps in here nicely. Look at the box art on here. Very three-dimensional, very cool. I want to go through this in depth because this is a great collection. I love GameCube. So I was just playing this the other day. Great game. We'll keep it moving through here. We've got some Batman titles. Battalion Wars is such a cool game. Recently discovered this within the last year. We've got Beyond Good and Evil. We've got Big Air over here, Freestyle. We've got Big Mother Truckers, which is a good one. What else we have? Blood Rain. We've got BMX XXX. A lot of good games in here. Some Bomberman titles. Burnout 2. Got some hunting games. You got some Call of Duty games. This is a great one as well. Can't go without that. Carmen Sandiego. Didn't even know that this one existed. Casper. We've got, what else? So many games that I haven't seen in so long. Desert Storm 2. Had these when I was a kid with the GameCube. We've got the Crash Bandicoot titles. We've got Crazy Taxi in here. Dave Mirra 2 Freestyle BMX. We've got Dead to Rights. We got the Def Jam Fight for New York. This is a super expensive game here for any of the consoles. Die Hard Vendetta. Great game. Love the dual wielding weapons in that. All right, let's keep it moving here. We've got some Disney titles. We've got Cars is a great game. Great for the kids, great for adults too, not going to lie. Monsters Inc., Ratatouille. We've got Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. We've got Donkey Konga 1 and 2. Some Dragon Ball Z titles in here. Matrix. Love this game. Enter the Matrix 1 and 2. Some skateboarding in here. Soccer games. FIFA Street 1 and 2. Some boxing titles in here. Freedom Fighters. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. You gotta have it. Such a good game. GoldenEye. Rogue Agents. Good. Guns in here. Love Gun. If you like Red Dead Redemption, check this title out. Harry Potter, all the Harry Potter games. We got Hitman 2 in here. We got The Hobbit, which I actually have a copy of. Great game as well. Very similar to Fable. I actually like it more, though. More Disney titles in here. Italian Job is a cool one. Judge Dredd, all right. Kind of got Metroid vibes with that one. What else do we have? Kirby in here. We've got... We got to be getting close to our Zelda titles. There we go. We got Legends of Wrestling 1 and 2. We got some Star Wars Lego titles. We've got some Lord of the Rings in here. We got Luigi's Mansion in here. Bunch of Madden titles. We got Mario Golf. We got Mario Kart Double Dash. We've got Mario Party titles in here as well. Bunch of those. Mario Power Tennis. Mario Superstar Baseball. Wow. Medal of Honor. Bunch of those. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Slugfest 2003 and 2004. Those are very good games. Got some Monster Jam in here, some Mortal Kombat in here. This is a stacked collection. I'm blown away by this. Some NASCAR, some NBA. More Allen Iverson on here. Man, he was on so many titles. I think he was on more titles than Kobe was. Kobe's on here once for all these. Got the street games. This one obviously is the one that has, you know, the Mario and the Nintendo characters. Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, all those. Bunch of Need for Speed titles here as well. NFL Blitz 2002 and 2003. I love these. NFL Blitz Pro, another great game. NFL Street. Got some NHL titles in here. Man, NHL Hits Pro is one of my favorites. Wow, I mean, this is one of the best GameCube collections I've ever seen before. Paper Mario. I mean, there's nothing that is missing on here so far. We will be looking for WWE titles, though, because a lot of people leave those off. There's some Pokemon titles on here, too. Prince of Persia, I'm seeing. Wow. All the Resident Evils are present on here. Yeah, I think the only thing left to really check is, do we have WWE titles? Because there's so many great WWE games for GameCube. Bunch of Shrek games, bunch of Simpsons games, bunch of Sims games on here. Smashing Drive is a good one. Smuggler's Run, Warzones is a good one. We got some Sonic in here. Soul Calibur 2, I love that game. Spartan Total Warrior is a good one. Spider-Man's in here. SpongeBob's in here. SSX Tricky was it was actually the first game I had for GameCube. I think my console came with it, in fact. We have Star Fox Adventures, some more Star Fox in here. We have the Star Wars games. You got to have Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2. That is the best game for Star Wars, I think, to this day. All right. Super Mario Strikers, another great one. Super Mario Sunshine, Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. And Super Monkey Ball Adventure, Super Smash Brothers Melee. Yeah, everything's here. We got to check WWE, though. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got Terminator 3 Redemption. We've got a bunch of Tiger Woods games on here. We've got some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got all of our Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Splinter Cell titles here. We've got all of our Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games here. We got the True Crime games here. We got Turok. We got UFC Throwdown. Wow. All right, don't not have the WWE games because literally everything else is here. Let's see what they got. We've got, all right, if we have Crush Hour, yeah, they're all here. This is insane. Crush Hour absolutely sucks, but I'm glad that it's included. We've got Day of Reckoning 1 and 2. We've got WrestleMania 18, WrestleMania 19. We've got them all, and we even have the X-Men games here too. Incredible. I'm blown away by what this offers, and we've got From Russia with Love, which is my favorite 007 game. Probably nobody will have that favorite 007 game but me, but Sean Connery's king. Love having that here. So let's back out of GameCube. Game Gear next. Let's see how many games inside here. 285 games. Love the way it populates in. Pure nostalgia. Let's back out of this one. We've got next Genesis. Genesis is going to deliver us with a total of 809 games. Safe to say that all of our favorite titles are going to be present in here. And they populate in beautifully. All right, let's back out of that collection. We've got Intellivision next. Intellivision has a total of 138 games. Populates in nicely. Backing out of Intellivision, we have Sega Master System next. Sega Master System has 60 games on here, and they populate in beautifully as well. We've got the old school consoles. We even have a gaming gear up there. We even have a Game Gear up there at the top next to the controller. Back out of this collection, we have Geo CD next. Geo CD is going to deliver 89 titles, and they populate in seamlessly as well. We've got Geo Pocket Color over here. Geo Pocket Color has 40 games. Next one is N64. Inside N64, we have 302 games. Look at the way the games populate across the bottom shelf there. I love that. We have the original console. We've got a Game Boy Color up there. We've got a stack of N64 cartridges in the box on the left-hand side, and one of those is my all-time favorite game, Gauntlet Legends, so I love it. We even have the original box for the N64 console up there. But let's scroll through the games. 302 is a nice selection. It looks like we've got a lot of our favorites already. California Speed, love that game. So many good ones here. Got the cruising games, which are a must. Huge fan of those. Oh, I keep backing out by mistake, my bad. We've got Donkey Kong 64, we got Doom 64, Dr. Mario 64, and we can jump around on here too with that little jump to menu that I pulled up. But NBA Showtime, NBA on NBC is a great one. We've got some NFL Blitz over here. Actually, looks like 4 titles, 4 different Blitz titles there. Of course, we have NHL as well. Saw Off-Road Challenge. I saw Paperboy, Paper Mario as well. Perfect Dark. Gotta have Perfect Dark. We have a bunch of Pokemon games. Snap, Stadium. Got the Rampage games here. Got some Rayman in here. We got Ready to Rumble 1 and 2. We got Resident Evil in here. This is stacked. Absolutely stacked. A bunch of the Rush Racing games. South Park, Star Fox, Star Wars. All the Star Wars games, which is great. We've got, looks like all the Mario games so far, right? that in addition to all the Mario titles that we passed previously, we've got them all here. We got the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. Now, next ones we have to check for are the WCW and WWF games. We got Turok over here, Wave Race. So we got WCW Backstage Assault. We've got Mayhem. We've got Nitro. We've got World Tour. We've got Revenge. And then for WWF games, they'll be a little further down. We've got Attitude. We got No Mercy. We got Warzone. And we got WrestleMania 2000. And then we're back to where we started. So great options here. We're going to back out of this collection. Next up, we have NES. NES is going to deliver us with a total of 819 games. And it's old school vibes across the backdrop there. I love that. Everything's populating in beautifully. Back out of this collection, we have 3DO next. 3DO is going to give us 11 games total. Very cool the way that it populates in the cover art for these. That's something you never see with this collection. Backing out, we have PC Engine next. PC Engine is going to give us a total of 58 games. You can see how everything populates in. Back out. Next, we have PC games. PC games. Let's see what games we have for PC. 28 PC games. And these are Steam AAA titles here. Wow. Crash Bandicoot, It's About Time. We've got Doom 1 and 2. I actually have this on my Xbox. We have Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2. This is a great kind of twist on Metal Slug, I think, would be the best way to describe it. Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. I love this game. It's one of my favorites. Shredder's Revenge is on here. Battletoads. And we're back to where we started. All right, let's back out of that collection. Next, we have Pinball FX2. I love these collections. These are great virtual pinball tables. So we got some Alien vs. Predator. We've got Archer, which is a great table. We've got Doom. We've got Fallout. We've got Skyrim. We've got Bob's Burgers over here. Little bit of everything, man. Wow. These are great tables. If you're even remotely interested in pinball, you got to check these out. They've got the Marvel ones as well. We got Ant-Man. We've got Avengers. You got Captain America. You got Blade in here. Deadpool. Doctor Strange. Fantastic Four. The list goes on. And this one right here, Moon Knight, is a great table. Venom, Wolverine, Spider-Man, X-Men. So many amazing titles, and we even have a lot of Star Wars in here as well. Boba Fett is a good one. Return of the Jedi is another one that I really love. The Han Solo one is great. So many good titles in here. Walking Dead, and so on. So we're going to back out of this one. Next is Pinball FX3, and this, quite honestly, could be even better. So we've got some crossover here with like the Aliens, and we got Predator, we've got Archer in here again. But these are different. There's Creature of the Black Lagoon is a great table. We got Doom, we got Fallout. So definitely a lot of the same, you know, of what we saw in the previous collection, but it builds upon it. Iron Man in here, Thor. Just so many great titles. And then again, Solo here for, you know, Star Wars, Han Solo. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with Star Wars alone. E.T. is another great one, and I really love the Jaws and the Jurassic Park ones, and we even have Jurassic World. So you have Jurassic Park. This is like the old school Jurassic Park. This one as well. But then we have Jurassic World, which is really cool. And it's totally interactive, and of course, I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan, so having this one here is incredible for me. Monster Mash is another great table. So we'll back out of this one. Keeping it moving, we got PlayStation, original PlayStation. Inside here, we have a total of 1,515 games. Starts with 007, and with that number, I mean, this is a complete collection, easy. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. It is complete. I can 100% agree with that one. So great options here. We're going to back out. I saw PlayStation 2 is next. We got to go into PlayStation 2. I wonder how many games we have. We have 75 titles. All right. So it starts off with some 007. We have Black over here, which is a great game. I actually just picked up a physical copy of this for Xbox about a week ago. We've got Bully, we got Burnout 3, we got Burnout Revenge over here, we got some Crash Bandicoot, Devil May Cry titles, Final Fantasy titles, God of War titles, Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo. We've got Gun, we've got Hitman Contracts, we've got Jak and Daxter, some Max Payne, some Star Wars. I actually just sold a version of this for, I think it was Wii, if I'm not mistaken, a couple days ago. We've got Midnight Club 3. I actually just picked up this exact version of this game the other day as well. Physical copy of it. We've got some Need for Speed in here. We even have the Most Wanted Black Edition, which is a great game. We got some Prince of Persia in here. We got Ratchet and Clank. We've got Rayman. We've got Rocky. We've got Silent Hill. Shadows of Colossus. We've got Hit and Run from The Simpsons. We've got Sly 3. We've got Soul Calibur, Spider-Man, SSX, Star Wars. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in here. We've got some Tekken titles in here. We've got, wow, incredible. WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. This is the best SmackDown game. Now, there are some other good titles for WWE that could be added to this. I will say that. But they have the best game at least. So when offering a sampling of PS2 titles, if you had to choose just one wrestling game, the right decision was made here for sure. All right, so we're going to back out of PS2. We got PS3 next. How many PS3 games on here? Okay, 26 is pretty stacked. So we've got some Afterburner on here. We've got some Batman. We've got some Borderlands. We've got some Dead Space. Very nicely put together so far. God of War, Gran Turismo. Midnight Club, wow, Los Angeles Complete Edition, okay. Let's get some Resident Evil, some Ratchet and Clank. We've got Ridge Racer 7, one of my favorite games for this collection. We've got Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. Wow. Uncharted, and we're back to where we started. So good options here for sure for PS3. Keeping it moving, we have next PlayStation Portable, PSP. See how many titles here. We've got 46 games inside here. Some Burnout, some God of War, some Grand Theft Auto. Good options for sure. Some Metal Slug in here. Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast, which we had for PC games as well. We got a couple Ridge Racers, 1 and 2. We got Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. Might be my favorite game for this. Tekken 6 and Tekken Dark Resurrection, both are great games as well. X-Men titles. Very nice. All right, so we can back out of PSP. We have Atomiswave next. Atomiswave is going to deliver us with 23 games. Populates in very nicely, very straightforward. Faster than Speed. It's got that Tokyo Street Racer sort of vibes to it. Maximum Speed's a good one as well. So back out of this collection. Next up, we have Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn games will set you back a few bucks if you get physical copies, to say the least. So there's 17 titles here. Let's see what they have. We got some House of the Dead in here. Looks like a good selection. Road Rash is good. Virtual Cop Tomb Raider, Virtual Cop 2, Virtual Fighters, Virtual Racing. Yeah, this is pretty good. Daytona USA. I'm happy with this collection. Love to see a few more titles, obviously, more than 17, but this is a good start. Backing out, we have Sega 32X next. Inside here, we're going to have 37 games, populating in very nicely across that bottom shelf again. Next collection over is Sega CD. Sega CT is going to give us 166 games. Let's actually go the opposite way here. We got our WWF title right there, Rage in the Cage. Very nice. We'll back out. We have SG-1000 next. Inside this collection, we have 75 games. Next collection over is going to be Sega Model 3, one of my favorite collections. Inside here, you'll find your Daytona USA 2. You'll find your, oh man, that game is so good right there. Dirt Devils, such a good game. But we got the Lost World from Jurassic Park in here. We've got, we should have Scud Races in here, the Ocean Hunters in here. We should have Star Wars in here. Star Wars Trilogy right there. Perfect. We got some Virtua Fighters, Virtua Strikers. And yeah, I mean, this is a good good selection here, and there's no duplicates, which is very nice as well. Usually Sega Model 3 setups are littered with duplicates. We'll back out. We've got Sega NAOMI next. Sega NAOMI is going to deliver a total of 98 games. This is a stacked Sega NAOMI collection because usually you just get a handful of titles. 98 is pretty complete there. Power Stone 1 and 2, Ninja Gaiden. We've got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The Maze of Kings is a great light gun game. So using this with light guns would be incredible. Very nicely put together. So back out of this collection. Keeping it moving, we have Sharp 68,000 next. Sharp 68,000 has 248 games. So just logos across the bottom for this one, but still looks very nice. Populates in with the video previews. Backing out, we have SuperGrafx next. SuperGrafx is going to give us 5 titles. Next one over is Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is giving us 787 games. I love the original box art on here on that bottom shelf as well. So we went the opposite way. Let's take a look at X-Men. Backdrop here is very nice as well. So back out, we have Nintendo Switch next. How many Nintendo Switch games do we have here? 81 games. Oh my god, that's a lot of games for Nintendo Switch. Bayonetta, I see Assassin's Creed on here, I see Castlevania on here, Celeste on here, Dark Souls, Destroy All Humans, Diablo. Wow. So many games on here. Kirby Forgotten Land. Such a good game. Luigi's Mansion 3. Got a bunch of Mario titles across here. Metroid. Paper Mario, Pikmin. Whoops, backed out too soon. I think we can resume right where we left off, though. Yeah, perfect. Pokemon titles. Looks like all the Pokemon. Red Dead Redemption. Quake. We have some Sonic titles in here as well. Splatoon 3. Strange Brigade is a good one. Wow. All the Zelda, all the Mario. Wolfenstein 2 is such a good game. I had that for Nintendo Switch as well. Great games. TurboGrafx-CD is next. And we're getting down towards the end here. 46 games on here. And the next collection over is Vectrex. Vectrex is going to give us 21 games. Next collection after that is Wonderswan Color. Wonderswan Color is going to give us 94 games. We've got Wii U next. Wii U is going to give us 23 games. And it looks like all of our favorites here for Wii U. This is a great collection, very nicely put together. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. I love this game. Such a good game. Graphics were so good. Can you tell I was a Sega guy? That's my favorite Wii U game. All right, so let's back out of that collection. We have original Wii here. How many games for original Wii? Probably not that many. All right, 22. That's a pretty solid count. And it looks like we've got our favorite Wii titles on here. You know, your mainstream ones, your Super Mario Galaxy, your Super Smash Brothers, your Zelda titles, and so on. Donkey Kong Country Returns, of course. Metroid, Mario Brothers Wii. All right, let's back out of this one. We've got Original Xbox next. Original Xbox is giving us 44 games, aggressive inline to start it out. We've got Burnout 2, we got Castlevania, we got Crash Bandicoot, Crimson Skies, High Roads to Revenge, great game. We've got Doom 3, we've got Far Cry Instincts, we've got FIFA Street 2, Fight Night 2004, Fight Night Round 3. Got the original Halo Combat Evolved. We've got Halo 2. We got Hitman 2. We got, Jet Set Radio Future. We've got Max Payne 2. Mechasol. We've got Mercenaries. We've got Midnight Club 2. NBA Street version 3. We've got Ninja Gaiden Black. We've got Prince of Persia. Project Gotham Racing. This is incredible. Oh, love this game too. Love Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Tides of... Love Return to Castle Wolfenstein as well. Soul Calibur 2, Star Wars in here, Sims, The Warriors, Rainbow Six, Tony Hawk games, X-Men to wrap it all up. All right, very nice. Xbox 360 is next with a total of 42 games. This might be the biggest 360 collection I've seen. I actually have this game right on my desk right now, Condemned Criminal Origins. Dead or Alive 4. So many good games on here. We got the Forza games, Forza Horizon 2. We got Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, plus Judgment. We've got Halo 3 inside here. We got Mass Effect. We got Midnight Club Los Angeles. We've got Perfect Dark over here even. Wow. Project Gotham Racing 3. Ridge Racer 6. Sonic Unleashed. We've got Tekken 6. We've got Tony Hawk's Project 8. Virtua Fighter. BioShock, yeah, great selection. 42 games for Xbox 360. Now, I will say not all of these, it seems. Most of them, but not all of them have video previews. Yeah, Condemned Criminal Origins is not populating in, but nice backdrop as well. I want to comment on that for sure. All right, so back out of 360, we have ZX Spectrum over here, which is going to give us 28 titles. We got to go over here and check out Stallone. Very nice. And I believe that's our last collection. Yeah, we're back to where we started here. So this is insane. So many amazing titles. Let's dive into some of them and test this thing out.
To buy power-ups. Destroy generators to stop enemies. Food is 50 health. Plasma avoid dangerous objects.
Battle 1. Fight!
Love 15.
we toured through everything that this has to offer, and I love the collections. In fact, this might just be one of the most complete 4TB options that I've ever seen for emulation. We've got so many amazing games that are very well balanced in the GameCube collection, the PS2 collection, the PS3 collection, Xbox, Xbox 360, literally every single offering that is on here in terms of collections. Now, I talk about plug and play a lot on my channel. Plug and play to me means that you unbox something and you plug it into your computer or you plug it into your TV, depending on whether it's a console or a game drive, but you plug it in and you can instantly dive into games. This isn't truly plug and play, but it's very close to it. Rather than having to go through the, process of setting up emulators from scratch, locating ROMs, updating drivers, or downloading drivers, you have to do one click on here. You go into the installation option once you connect over and you access your drive. You go through the process and you have to literally confirm that you want to install everything. It does that, it tests everything out and makes sure everything works for you. The entire setup process takes about 5 minutes. So again, you're clicking on your screen one time and you're able to dive into this. So not truly plug and play, but pretty damn close. Now, when we booted up into this, instantly I was blown away by the arcade collection. I loved what this offered there in terms of layout and design. The games do work, but I really like the theme on here. I like the layout on here. It's very easy to navigate and it's very much attractive. And it's done in a way where I've never seen it done quite as nicely as this. Now, diving into the other collections on here, we saw that we went from ColecoVision to, NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Master System, all the way up to Wii U and Nintendo Switch, and even PS3 and Xbox 360, which is pretty incredible. I can safely say that every collection on here is very nicely put together. Everything is scraped perfectly, and I mean perfectly. This is the most attractive setup that I have ever seen before. Now, it also offers the best games in each of these collections. You go into GameCube, you have all of your favorite titles on there, but it's well balanced as well. It's not just Mario and Nintendo IP. It's also going to be sports games, and they have every sport on here. We have football on here, we have NBA, MLB, we have NHL, literally everything. And of course, as a wrestling fan and a wrestling gaming fan, it has every single wrestling game on here for the most part in most of these collections. The only thing that was light with wrestling games was the PS2 collection. And there's some bangers for PS2. So I would tighten that up, but everything else here, very nicely put together, and most importantly, it all does work. It's not cheap, but it all does work. So diving into this, the prices do fluctuate, and I'm in the US, this is sold out of Canada, so prices are going to fluctuate because of the exchange rate. So I encourage you guys to click over and learn about the latest pricing on here. But you can get this a couple different ways. You can get this in SSD form, that's what I have. You can also get it in an external hard drive. You can have internal options, external options here, so you can kind of pick and choose the experience that you want to have with this and how you want to connect over and access everything. But really love the setup. It's reliable, it's very user-friendly, and most importantly, everything that I jumped into performed perfectly. And I'm talking about the more demanding stuff too. The Nintendo Switch, the Wii U, the Wii, PS3, Xbox 360 even. Everything works extremely well. Just keep in mind, you're best off with a gaming PC because you want to have some serious power behind this. You also want to have some great graphics options as well when diving into everything that this has to offer. But again, click those links, learn a little bit more about what the Kris Coolmod here has to offer. That's going to do it for today, guys. Hit me up in the comments, though. Let me know what you guys thought about everything that you saw here today in this video. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.